All right, so the ultimate guide to getting everything you want in life. Boy, that's a we better
it's a
deliver.
light topic.
That's a small thing, right? Well, we wanted to end on something fun. I think we have something fun after this, too.
Yeah.
Number one, and Gary, thank you. Number one, now this is a very important, so, opening questions, what is the one thing, if you had to want one thing? By the way, this is what we were originally going to open with. True.
Until the headlines came out.
Yeah. All right, so if you really wanted one thing, what would it be? And don't say, that's actually a good answer, but no. You have to
Write
have
it down.
Write down one
It's
thing.
introspective, interactive.
It doesn't have to be not a necessity. Have you something that really is going to drive you? What's one thing that would really drive you? Yes? Yes? Yes?
Oh, more free time.
Nope. It has to be something. It has to be something tangible.
Something tangible.
Yep. Thank you, though.
Tennis court in my backyard.
Ooh, like it. How much would that cost?
Probably 30 grand.
Okay, write that down. Okay, you write that down. What's your one thing?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out.
We were
Okay,
talking about
I'll come
that at
back to you.
break. Yeah.
But listen, guys. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to be okay wanting stuff. Now, there's a lot of conflict about wanting stuff. It's not politically correct to say you want stuff. But here's a thought for you. We're spiritual beings. This is a little woo-woo for me, so I might get the hive, so I'm going to say it anyway. So we're spiritual beings in physical manifestations. So in other words, we all need stuff. You need shoes on your feet. You need clothes on your back. You need food in your belly. You need a house to live in. You need whatever you need. You might as well be the nicest version of what you can get. I mean, why not? And so to hold yourself back from wanting nice stuff is essentially, why would you do that? Because you feel guilty? Because you're worried about people or how they're going to judge you? So the first thought I had is confront your limiting beliefs about money. Your worthiness, your attachment to other people's reactions, and the potential of being rejected by your tribe. Does that make sense? How many of you actually have a burning desire for something, but you're afraid to admit it? Or you don't even want to talk about it? Anybody? Colette? Nothing? You're going to go whatever pops in your mind, aren't you?
Security is number one.
Okay, so, well, but security's easy.
Well, security is defined by a person. So my definition of security is different.
No, this is the woo-woo. This is too obtuse.
But
Tell
see,
me something.
most of you-
Tennis court's the best
Yeah.
answer so far.
Most of you, if you're being honest, to Ryan's point, if you have a day of stoicism where, you eat less and you cut yourself off from the internet, what have you, and even if you were to have half of what you have now, if you're honest, most of you would still be okay and still have a fairly reasonable level of security, right? You wouldn't be here if you were that
Colette,
struggling.
listen, a little coaching session. You don't have to worry about security. You know why? Because you'll never be without money your entire life. Do you know why? You know it's true. Do you know why? Because you're an ass kicker and because you have
That's right.
skills that other agents can never even imagine getting. Okay, so how would you ever be without money?
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Excellent.
It's impossible. So for you to say you want security, what is that really? What is that really all about?
Yeah, good point.
Well, thank you. So think of something, would you?
Yeah, so I have a number in my head.
Your friend there turned her back on you. She knew that was a bad answer.
Tammy's
And
scooting
Lance,
away.
don't give me a woo-woo answer. One thing.
I wanted an island in Bora Bora.
Oh! Boom. What does that baby cost?
Like $3 million.
Okay, write that down.
And in fact, you guys have been to Bora Bora, haven't you? Okay, so he's speaking from some experience.
Island shopping?
Vacation.
First time, no. The second time will be.
Okay, good. Hey, Paul, you got to play. You're in the room. One thing, yes.
It's not fair to say I've actually got everything I want.
You can't. It's impossible. No, that's false humility, sir. I say that respectfully. So what's the one? If there's one thing that you could want, a nicer house, a house in a different place. You like to travel.
Okay, I would like to move from the house I've got to one that's right on the beach.
Oh,
It's reasonable.
bueno. How much?
That's about $5 million.
Okay, and so write that down, please. Okay, you're in the room. You got to play.
Yes, ma'am. A life.
I want somebody to organize my closet, make sure I have clean clothes, do my grocery shopping, do all my meal prep, clean out my...
Okay, so you want what we were talking about. You want basically somebody who essentially will act as your essentially your personal assistant that takes care of all your
Your
Mickey Mouse
nanny.
for you.
You need a nanny.
You need an adult nanny. That's what the brokerage business is all
There
about.
are people that do that, by the way.
Yeah, there are. Okay, so write that down. How much in your marketplace would it cost for you to hire somebody full-time to do all those personal things that you don't want to do? We used to have one when we sold real estate. You're going to get a good one. Call it 40. Write it down. Someone who's going to actually show up.
Your whole list, not just part of your list. Your whole list without complaint, 40
Yeah,
grand.
always.
Like also a CPA too?
No.
No.
Yeah, you want the
You don't
person
mix
washing
jobs.
your underwear doing your taxes?
No.
You might. I don't know. I don't know where you live. Maybe that's what you get.
It's in Kentucky. I never know.
Titles and screen doors.
It's Kentucky. I don't want to make fun, but I know I'm just teasing. We're from Ohio. We can do that.
Anybody else have the courage to say what they really
Anybody
want?
from this
One
side of the
thing?
room?
Yes.
A lake house.
Ooh, like it.
That's good.
Tell me about it.
I'd like to have a lake house in Lake Lanier with a boat and some jet skis, and so my kids would come visit me on
How much is this going to cost so your kids will come visit you?
probably maybe
Is it come visit you or visit the house and the jet ski? Okay, got it.
So how much?
probably high 900 maybe.
Okay, so call it $1 million. You're going to get a nice one. But
Write
let's
it
be
down.
honest, if we wait maybe 18 months, it might be like $650, but it's all good, right?
It's all good.
So can I ask you a question? You knew that before I asked the question. You didn't just think of this. You've wanted this for a long time, haven't you? So what have you ever done to move towards that goal? Nothing. Saying it out loud. Can you be super honest? Saying it out loud. Oh, she's saying it out loud right now. How does it make you feel?
I know it's attainable.
Okay. Does it make you feel greedy? Does it make you feel judged? Does it make you feel like you're worried about how other people are going to think of you? Does it make any of those thoughts? Not right. Not this.
When we bought our Porsche, that was
Brandon, you listening?
an extravagance. It was really extravagant.
Okay, so it was a Porsche. What kind? It's a Porsche.
Porsche Macan.
Oh, Macan. Okay, cool.
I like it. It's SUV. It's a very nice vehicle. It was expensive. It was a big purchase, and I felt embarrassed driving.
How did you, after you accomplished after you got that, the thing that you wanted, that you had to work for, that you still have to work for, and once you had that, what changed in the manner in which you conducted your work? What changed within you?
I was excited. I confident the level of accomplishment.
Did your business increase at all?
I think coaching has helped my business.
But did your confidence increase because you saw yourself accomplish a goal? Okay. Were you holding yourself back from getting something like that before? Why?
Because I felt like I was being selfish.
Interesting, isn't it? So that goes under the judge thing, isn't it? It's fascinating. So when we go through life and we're looking for things to motivate us, you have to ask yourself sometimes, do I feel guilty wanting stuff? Do you? Do you feel guilty wanting stuff? All of us do at a certain extent. I see some heads wagging. John doesn't. Of course you don't, John. So, point number 3. Set up a specific time frame for your goal. Set up a specific time frame for when you're going to have the goal accomplished by.
So we only picked on a few of you. All of you need to actually write down what it is. You all have that. You might have to drill down a little bit like Tim just did. Everybody write something down, and everybody give it a time frame.
Okay. Point number 2 was you must be very exact. Sorry, thank you, sir. You must be very exact about what you want. You're right, I didn't say that out loud. You must be very exact about what you want. I want a Porsche Macan. I want a lake house with a boat and 2 jet skis, and I want it on this whatever lake with this view. You must be very, very precise what you want, even to the point where you draw a picture of it, you drive by it, you go look at it, you've got to experience it. Does this make sense, everyone? Has everyone ever pursued a goal at this level before? Maybe you did early on. Maybe your goal was maybe to leave your parents' house. Your goal was maybe to do some basic things, and then as we get older, we stop setting big goals like that. It's fascinating. Now, here's the next. When you have a goal, are you supposed to share that goal with other people? No. Here's what's interesting.
Counterintuitive. This is very interesting.
This is interesting because this is what we do. Julie and I are not professional stage speakers, whatever the hell the word is. We are professional coaches, and we are always studying how we can improve the performance of our coaching clients. And we read the nerdiest, wonkiest stuff that you guys have ever come across. Ryan, we love his books. And so when you guys look at, for example, the accomplishment of goals, it has been proven that the more people you tell about the accomplishment of your goal, the less likely you are to accomplish the goal. So you want to lose, I always use the weight thing. I know some of you are annoyed by that, but it's relevant and it's the easiest thing to understand. So if you're going to lose 20 pounds, and you start telling everybody you're going to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, you are less likely to accomplish it. Why? Because everybody is going to start saying to you, wow, that's going to be great. You're going to look so much better. And then you start getting the psychological payoff of having accomplished the goal before you've actually done it. So you get the Macan before you actually get the Macan. Oh, you're going to get a Macan. Wow, it's going to be awesome. And you start talking about it and feeling and experiencing the Macan. And then you're like, oh, damn, I kind of got that. That's not motivational anymore. So when you have a really big goal, don't share it. Keep it to yourself. Maybe, well,
Share
definitely your
coach.
spouse.
You can share it with us, okay? But don't, share it with everybody in your office. Because the other thing that they'll do when you say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, they'll go, oh, you don't need to lose 20 pounds. And then you'll be like,
because they need to lose 30 and they don't want to be feel bad because you're getting skinny.
Right.
Yeah, here's a cupcake.
Exactly.
And it's gluten-free, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
I just wanted to share, I actually obtained a goal about 2 years ago. We bought a beach house.
Ooh.
Nice.
And
She bought a beach house 2 years ago.
friends thought I was crazy because, I thought I'd have more money in my retirement account. And we're not really set up to retire yet. But you know what? I bought a big sign that says, life is short, buy the beach house. And it's in my bedroom on the wall because I worked my ass off.
Did you guys hear what she said?
There you go.
Life is short by the beach house. The guys in Hawaii love that one. That are all the...
And I go down there every month with my kids and we create memories. And I tell you what, I did not vacation this much ever until I bought that house.
And here's the thing that's amazing. I mean, aside from potentially getting business from around where the beach house is, how much more charged up are you when you go back home? And how much more productive are you at work? And doesn't it make doing what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it at the highest level easier?
Crazy guys.
Go to the beach. I'm like, okay.
Well,
Go to the beach for 2 or 3 days and I come back a new person.
here's the sad and unfortunate truth. You only live once and you're dead a real long time. And it's amazing, like, how many of us basically... Look, there's a balance to all this, right? We're not talking about being frivolous. We're not talking about taking out a bunch of debt that you can't support. We're not talking about, buying a... there's an old philosophy of motivation where you're supposed to buy a whole bunch of crap on credit. And basically, then that's going to be the motivation to work, because if you don't, you're going to lose what you have. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people live that way. That is a lifestyle. I'm not going to...
And honestly, you can finance yourself into oblivion if you have decent credit. It's not that hard. Everybody could do that, And so the philosophy in that case is buy it, and then you'll somehow magically figure out how to pay it off or pay for it, which is not what we're talking about. That's destruction. That's frivolous. It's not for most people. So be careful when you hear that out there in the ethos. We're talking about, really wanting stuff with a plan behind it that's definitive. I want a beach house. Here's what it's going to be. This is what it's going to cost, and here's where I'm going to do it. And letting that motivate you. And many of you are familiar with that. But some of you have done that. 2 years ago, you got the beach house. What's next? You have to keep on
Was it 2
continuing.
years?
2 years ago.
Oh, no, you need a new goal, woman.
You knew we wouldn't let that slide.
We let our clients use it. When
That's
they're
smart.
house hunting down on the Gulf, and so our CPA said we're allowed to write it off.
Gulf of Texas by chance? Texas Gulf?
Huh? No,
Tech-
Panama City. We're on the far west side.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We looked at Seaside and we realized we couldn't afford that, so we went. That little.
Yeah, there's the new goal. She picked it up. Lena
Very
picked it up.
revealing.